All right, we're back for box number 2 out of this case. Now, if you haven't seen box 1 cracking, go back to box 1. You'll see me open the sealed case, no shenanigans, and we're on to box 2. Now, from the first box, if you're not going to go back and watch it, got a nice skull cap and Command and Conquer, non-foil Command and Conquer, but nevertheless. So we got those two really good cards out of the last box. I was saying before that I'll be curious to see if there's another legendary in this case. I mean, the word on the street is that there's one legendary per case. And I was saying that you got to be careful on the internet if you're just buying a single box from John Doe on TCG Player or eBay or just a Facebook seller. I think you run the risk of having a lower chance of getting a legendary, because kind of like what I did, I cracked the skull cap and a Command and Conquer out of box 1. Those two cards effectively pay for the case. So if I wanted to sell the remaining boxes, even at a slight discount, let's say you sell them for $60 a box, $70 a box, that's going to be creating value. And even at $60 a box, I sell these for $180. Even after fees and whatnot, you're still clearing, call it $150, plus those two cards out of the first box. That's a win. And if you're doing this at a greater scale too, I'm opening one case, but if there's like somebody who's cracking 10 cases out there, to make sure that they get the fabled card, well then, you might be running a risk. So I just put that out there because that's something that's out there. So nothing great out of this first pack. We'll see what we got going on here. Would love to get another Command and Conquer. Looking forward to some of the other legendaries, but anything is pretty much icing legendary wise, and I could really go for an Eye of Ophidia. So perhaps we can hit. All right. We'll just start smashing through these. Rare and a rare, and a super rare foil of the 9th Blade of the Blood Oath. So, here, let me move my camera here. There we go. Is that a little bit better? Yeah. So, there we go. I'm just really liking the gameplay. I didn't get in early, and I don't have any cold foils. I wasn't like many of you, getting in when I should have. But learning about this game through friends who I met through other games, it just seemed like this could be something pretty darn good. And I like what they're doing with the game. I think they're being smart about it. They're doing a lot of the things that Wizards of the Coast is not doing with Magic. Same thing with Pokemon. You look at Pokemon, it's huge over the past year, but it's kind of waned. And one of the reasons is, at least around me, not a lot of people are playing it. A lot of people are collecting it, but not a lot of people are playing it, at least from my perspective. I could be completely wrong on that. I'm sure there's a huge Pokemon following somewhere, but from what I've gathered, Become the Arcanine. Okay, there's a super rare. And then a Spellblade Assault. So, all right, I forget what I'm doing with my piles here, but whatever. I getting into this because of the fact that with Magic, it's been difficult to find quality, bigger tournaments in person. And hopefully they start getting back to that. But what's happening here is this game's pushing the in-person play. So that really excites me. Tome of the Aetherwind and a foil Sunkiss. All right. No big hits yet, but we'll see. Could go for another Command and Conquer. That's, I think everybody could go for another Command and Conquer, right? I mean, the card's generic. You can play 3 in Classic Constructed. You can play them in every deck, depending on what you're trying to do. And it's just a fantastic card overall. So absolutely could use more of those. I have 2 so far. I could use a 3rd, or I could just play 2 in a blitz deck. So oh, 2 ether spindles. I mean, different versions, but I could always use another foil one of those. We'll take it. Nothing too exciting so far. Cracking, I don't know, about a 1/3 of the box here. I'm gonna keep it going. Try to knock out these videos pretty quickly. Nobody wants to see all the commons. There's a rare, Spellblade Assault, and a Reverberate. Okay. All right, you got to go through some of this stuff before you can get the good stuff, right? They can't all just be winners. But you got to go through the crap to get the good stuff. I mean, that's one thing about cracking cases is that you're going to get a lot of crap that you don't need. And from what I can tell, it's been difficult to sell singles that are not the Chase Majestics or Chase Legendaries. I mean, pretty much any Legendary is going to be some decent value. I mean, I haven't seen any out of this set that are less than, what, 60 bucks? I mean, maybe 50 on a day when somebody needs cash on the internet, but generally speaking, you know, if you hit a Legendary, it's going to be a solid 50 bucks to, you know, a couple $100. So, you know, there's always that. But then if you're only going to get one of those per case roughly, you got to go through a lot of stuff. You got to crack a lot of boxes. Either that or you go the singles route. And from what I've seen, the singles route is really good if you want a lot of the, you know, common foils or even rare foils. I mean, rares are effectively uncommon, so none of those seem to be very expensive. So if you really just want to build a deck, you find a deck online. I mean, I don't always advocate for net decking, but you know, you're getting into the game, you want something good. You know, go find a deck that's online and buy the singles. It's going to be really cheap, other than the Legendary equipment and any fabled cards that you want to, you know, spice up the deck with. But otherwise, it seems pretty cheap to build a deck if you just want a playable deck. Besides, you know, a blitz deck that you can get for 12 bucks or whatever they cost. You want to build something your own. It's really not that expensive. At least it's not right now. And with the additional printing areas, the manufacturers in different locations across the world, I think it's only going to be easier and easier to find product. And then if it's easier to get product, there's going to be more people cracking cases. And if more people are cracking cases, then that means there's going to be a heck of a lot more singles on the secondary market. And that's only good for the players. I think that's fantastic for the players, myself included. I'm not out here buying dozens of cases. I'm just getting into the game and you know, want some product. So I think it's great for the players. I hope for the secondary market, for people trying to sell singles, that, you know, we've talked a lot about, you know, online throughout all of this process, you know, this race to the bottom when it comes to selling boxes, selling cases, especially first edition product Monarch. You know, why do that? I think it's rough. People are scared. You know, you see all this money in the first edition cold foils. You know, when's a good time to buy? When's a good time to sell? Who knows? I mean, right now, a lot of the unlimited stuff is pretty cheap. I mean, even the fabled cards are around 300 bucks a pop. You know, and what, a month ago they were a lot higher than that. So, you know, I've been trying to do my research on that because, you know, I don't want to sink an investment into. Oh, there we go. We got an Arcane Ascendancy. We'll take that. Okay. And then another foil Reverberate. I hope people don't feel like they have to just sell out because, oh my God, you know, the market, what's going on here? Everything's getting dirt cheap. You know, everything ebbs and flows. And I have a feeling, again, it's just, oh, there's a Blazing Ether. Okay, we'll take that too. Excellent. That with this whole, the calling and prepping for nationals and prepping for this and that, there's a lot of in-person events happening. And people are telling their friends. and people are getting involved. And people like me, coming from Magic, they get excited about another game. I mean, I haven't been excited about another TCG type game in a long time. I mean, I'm an old stalwart when it comes to Magic. Been playing since the beginning, and there's something about this game that really excites me. So we're getting close to the end. I don't know how many packs we have left, but we're getting there. Gotten 2 Majestics. You know, I fight the urge to say Mythics because I'm used to Magic, but no super big hits here yet. Probably not going to get one. We've already got 2 Majestics. I don't have high hopes here, but I would I mean, I really want an Eye of Ophidia out of this case. Probably not going to happen. There's what, a 1 in 10 or 10% chance? But nevertheless, it's always fun opening these packs because you just don't know if you're going to get a major hit. All right, Searing Shots back to back, same version. All right, I think I got 5 packs left here. 5 packs. This is number 5. I'm curious to see what's going to happen to Unlimited. I mean, is there going to be a huge glut in the market? Are people going to just not care? Are values going to continue to sink? You know, I don't know. I don't know the answer to any of that. One would think that with more supply, that would depress prices, but when you're talking about a higher supply, but there's increasing demand to play the game, then is there really going to be that drop in price for everything? Because all of a sudden, if the demand is starting to get higher than the supply, then we're going to have increase in prices. I mean, this is just finance 101, right? I mean, it's just the nature of the market. But who knows when things are going to go up, and who knows when they're going to go down. Nothing special in this pack. All right, 3 packs left. And this is just box number 2. We're going to have 2 more to go. I'm not sandbagging these boxes and putting them up on eBay, even though I got the legendary out of the first box. Let's see. I have yet to play sealed with this too. I think that's another untapped, no pun intended, untapped way to play this game that really hasn't seen the growth just yet. Whereas with, oh, there we go, foil, rainbow foil, Tome of Aetherwind, foil, super rare. All right, 1 pack left. Eye of Ophidia or bust. Let's see what we got. Let's see it. Here we go. Absorb and Ether, Irina's Prayer, and Throttle, foil common. All right, well, this was the shit box in comparison to box number 1. So we got 2 more to go, and we'll do 2 more videos.